Feeling as if, manifesting, don't look for blocks. How to go from where you are to feeling as if your intentions were already here. Let's find out. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Granny B. In today's pick a card reading, I'm digging into blocks and resistance. When we go looking for them, then we find them. Blocks manifest when we put our attention on them. What I'm tapping into in this reading is simply the energy of each group in the present moment, how to change that energy so as to enable positive momentum, how to go from where you are to feeling as if your intentions were already here. I had intended to pull 3 piles, but as you can see, the cards had different ideas, so we've got 4 piles here. And as usual, I'm going to pull a crystal card for each pile that's going to give you another way to choose a reading, and I'll give you the name of the crystal here and read you the interpretation when we get into each reading. Now, remember, it's a general reading, so as always, there's going to be parts of each reading that are intended as messages for others who are watching, parts that will be relevant to you, and parts that tap into the collective energy. My focus with every reading is on using the law of attraction to manifest positively in our life. So here we go with crystals, the stone deck, and a card for each pile. Can I have for group 1 this card? And that one, Herkimer diamond. Can I have 2? It's Aragonite. 3. 3. Card for group 3 is Tibetan black. Card for group 4 is Peridot. And take a nice deep cleansing breath with, and then pick the pile or the crystal card that you're most drawn to. Pile 1, Herkimer diamond. 2, Aragonite. 3 is Tibetan black quartz. Peridot. When you've picked your reading, you can go to the description box or the pinned comment and click on the timestamp there that'll take you directly to the start of Group 1. Hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, as I always say, it's a general reading, so take what resonates with you. Just let the rest pass. And your card is Herkimer diamond. What it is, Herkimer diamonds are not in fact diamonds. They are far more attainable, extra hard, clear quartz beauties with their own alluring energetic properties. Found in New York's Mohawk Valley, the clarity and naturally faceted end, i.e. double termination of Herkimers, earn them their diamond moniker. Who needs it? Reiki masters, travellers on the spiritual path, highly sensitive people. Where to put it? In spaces you want to zone as sacred. When to use it? When reaching for clearer than ever through spirituality, therapy, or healing work, brush off all those unwanted vibes with Herkimer diamond. And the mantra is, power wash your energy. Chakra wisdom. Renewal. This is a transformation, a chance to switch life tracks, to bring things in that are deep held desires. The advice from the card is to put roots down, strengthen your connection with the earth, because that's where your security lies. Be positive in the face of changes. Energy Oracle. Appreciation. Love this card. Here is a woman surrounded by brambles. Most of the directions that she could take are blocked. She's holding a rose, which is also covered in thorns. Is she focused on the potential for scratches and stings? Nope. She has all her attention on the beauty and the fragrance of the rose. If gratitude is too nebulous a feeling for you to tune into, then appreciation is a good one to aim for. It's an energy shifter. It moves your focus away from lack so that you can see the worth and value that's already abundant around you. Tarot. Page of Fire. Having the freedom. You always did have. It was simply a case of tuning into that energy. But now, having the freedom to move forward, co-creating a life that's true to your desires and intentions, finding the value in your ideas, being able to put your ideas into solid form and create something fantastic out of it. Magician. Being the alchemist, coming into the allowing mode so completely that you let go of effort and let the universe do its job while you do yours. Here, your job is to explore the possibilities, test the limits, create the intentions from that appreciation. Intend to see miracles. Start small and build up. Messenger of Fire. The page is where you found the freedom. The magician gave you the how. Here you're going with it. An unstoppable spirit, trusting in your vision and acting as if. The guidebook says acting accordingly, but we know what that means. Remaining grounded with the touchstone of what you intend for the highest good. You know that how it's going to get into you is not your job. And now you stay open to all the possible ways that it can manifest in for you. The alchemy was your job. Two of Earth. Having fun doing all the things that would have felt like effort before this renewal. Enjoying playing at work, playing at manifesting, playing at creating your abundance, being present and tapping into creative flow, and being surprised by all these good ideas that are flooding out, and dreams manifesting into reality. The earth suit is the suit of things materializing into the material world. Fairy Tarot. Renewal. Same card title, that's unusual. A subtly altered meaning though. Review the past and the present so that you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. The key to this transformation is to understand that if you want more of what you created in the past, then you need to stay in the thoughts and feelings of the past. If you want to create something new, then your thoughts and feelings need to be new ones. Review the way you thought and felt, not judging the contrast that caused those feelings and thoughts, but from the point of view of your reaction to it all, because it doesn't matter what caused the thoughts and feelings. What matters is letting go of them and moving into appreciation so that you can move forward with this freedom to create. Nine of Summer, the Wish card. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. The cards are telling you that this renewal, this transformation, that appreciation and gratitude are the key for you to move forward. Simply that. There's deep gratitude expressed in the energy of this card. I'll give you an example. Can you remember being very, very lucky, at least once, when something incredibly lucky happened to you, a wish came true? What was the basis of the emotion that it evoked? Gratitude, right? Deep underneath that joy, that, oh my God, I can't believe I'm so lucky, there was the pure gratitude, the appreciation. Gratitude is the emotion of luck, childlike and open. Like a kid walking into a theme park for the first time and being transported to Wonderland. Again, the energy is playful, just like the Two of Earth there. Unity. Do the right thing for the right reasons. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. Quite apart from realizing that we are all one and manifesting things for your highest good is automatically manifesting it for the highest good of everyone. Quite apart from that, when it comes to manifesting techniques, what's likely to work for you is a blend of old, new, the trusted methods from the turn of the last century, Neville Goddard, Florence Scovel Shinn, Catherine Ponder, mixed with modern methods like heart coherence, binaural beats. Find what works for you, what clicks for you. Test things, play with them. Manifest small, definite, unmistakable things, using them until you hit on your sweet spot, then milk it. There's no one true way to do this. But yes, play with it. The energy is light, the energy is playful. Or of autumn. Manage your resources wisely, achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help out those who are less fortunate. Balance, letting go and keeping hold. Grounded in reality, not throwing anything away that might be useful, not holding on to anything unnecessary. This is also the last of the lack hanging about too. Comparing yourself with other people is counterproductive. They are where they are, and where they are doesn't affect you at all unless you allow it to. The fear is that you'll lose what you have already if you try to gain more, that it'll all crash and burn, and that isn't the case. If you have the base chakra security that renewal talks about, you know that if it's yours, then it can't be taken away, even if it seems that way at first. Releasing everything that isn't for your highest good is safe. Everyday Witch Oracle. Seasonal harvest. The Bible verses are leaping into my head here. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Here's the bit that people don't quote often enough. It comes at the end of that passage. It's Ecclesiastes 3, if I'm remembering right. What profit hath he that worketh in that wherein he laboureth? I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it. He hath made everything beautiful in his time. Also he hath set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end. And there you have it, from the Bible, the passage that actually explains that travail, which is effort without joy, is not what we should be doing. If you tap into the world in your heart that's already beautiful, then you tap into effortless co-creation. The appreciation from the renewal that brings the harvest when you get this, when it clicks for you. Group 1, if you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're here, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so that YouTube will send you a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to group 2 now, so Sending all my healing love and blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now. Group 2, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave. Let's talk is Aragonite. What it is, like iron patinate flowers, forged by tiny hammers, Aragonite forms in geometric bursts called star clusters. It also occurs in the exoskeleton of stony corals and in the shells of most mollusks, protecting the squishy and fishy inside. Who needs it? Anyone feeling out of alignment, in need of a major reset. Where to put it? Meditation cushion adjacent. When to use it? When it's time to retreat to your shell or step out of it. If you want to be square with the outside world, first you've got to get square with your inside world. Call on Aragonite to help set a healthy, sustainable balance. And the mantra is find your center. Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Complacency, and I heard keywords for this card straight away. Release and go free. This card is all about settling for less than you really want, usually because you don't believe that what you want is achievable. There are levels of achievability, but generally, do you believe that what you truly, really want to set as your intentions could be achieved by someone somewhere? Because if that's the case, then set it as an intention. Don't limit the universe and don't give up. Redefine your dreams. Stop procrastinating. Set the intention to stick with your chosen manifesting methods easily and effortlessly and happily for 30 days and add smaller things in that'll manifest more quickly. That's going to build your belief and get you beyond your current stalemate. Energy or card. Angel of Strength. Like the Strength card in the tarot, this is all about inner strength. It's a call to action. It says that you're capable of taking control, and that control is only ever over your response to the contrast around you. It does take inner strength to stand in the present moment and accept that this is the reality that you've created. This is where you are right now, and it is neutral, neither good nor bad. Releasing the judgment of it. The focus should be on the feelings that you are evoking in the present moment. Gratitude is good, but if you can't get to that, then take the next achievable step up on the emotional scale from where you are. See the absolute truth of the fact that you do have. There are things that you can do, and don't give your power away either. Good time. 8 of Earth. Practice makes perfect. You're honing skills and abilities, and that could be anything from a musical instrument to learning how to do a new job to your manifestation skills. Everything we do can be done in the flow state, creating for the betterment of our inner being as well as to increase your material prosperity. There are things that you've learnt by rote. You can give all the right answers to the questions, you can go through the motions, but until you put your heart into actually doing what you've learned and practicing what you can reel off word perfect, then you'll never move beyond the stage that you've got to. Come at whatever it is with a beginner's mind and start from the absolute basics again, doing each step as if you've never done it before. Build your confidence. Ace of Air. Traditionally, this is about the manifestation of clarity. Clear thinking, producing the ability to cut through woolly thinking so that you can see clearly. In this deck, though, it's all about karma, transformation and synchronicity popping in to support your growth. Lots and lots of meaningful coincidences opening things up and setting the motion going positively. New information and new ways of understanding old information. Moon. Lots going on behind the scenes, even if it doesn't look like anything much is happening just yet. At this point, the true manifestation is complete because you've set the intention. All that's left is for the maya, the illusion of what's in front of our 5 senses, to shift and change to reflect that inner change. Now we see as in a glass darkly. The light of higher vibrational energies is what turns on the light, so that you discover that what you intended for that felt so out of your reach was right there, just waiting to be noticed. Six of Fire, victory, success. Shining your light so that others can follow. Simply being a positive energy beacon that shines the good energies. In this deck, the card is all about not allowing the vibrational energies around you to lessen your vibration. The people around you are where they are, and they are okay. The only thing you can do is beam that love and gratitude and love them unconditionally just as they are. They'll either step up to your vibrational level or no longer affect you, whether they're about or not. Once your energy changes, what you reflect back from the mirroring souls around you must change. Be an enlightened influencer. That's one of the keywords in the guidebook. Very tarot. Ace of Spring. It's time to take action, be fearless, and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. And that's your second ace. There's really, action. You're being called towards action, inspired to it. And all it takes is that energy shift from I really can't be bothered, complacency, to let's get really good at this and enjoy the process, Eight of Earth. And I think that's the message here. Find something that you love to do and hone those skills. Fall into flow and really enjoy the process of practice making perfect. Out of all of that comes all of this, a new opportunity that takes you towards your intentions that were seemingly out of reach before. And you don't have to know how. The how isn't your job. Your job is to hone the skills that you enjoy and get happy. Step yourself up the emotional scale, and all these things will be added unto you. Two of Spring. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. Okay, step back. Define hard work. The practice that a concert musician puts in every day, all day, looks like the kind of hard work that someone who doesn't play an instrument wouldn't be prepared to commit to. That's the kind of skill honing that the Eight of Earth talks about. The thing is that the concert musician doesn't look at it as something that they have to do. They get up each day eager to get to it, eager to experience the flow state where hours pass in moments, because they're deeply involved in doing something that brings them a great deal of joy. And it might be that you're being called towards doing a task that to someone else appears to be that level of commitment and hard work. But if it's something that you love to do, then you'll be making no effort beyond what it takes to be happy. And that's what the gurus mean when they say follow your joy, follow your bliss. In this context, passion is pure joy, and it's the will to do the thing that gives you that joy that sustains the momentum. If it feels like wading through waist-deep mud with lead weights on, then that's upstream. And if it feels like being swept along on a summer stream with woodland creatures serenading you, then it's flow, and it's your joy, and it's no longer effort. Five of Summer. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Again, the cards are saying not to let the vibrational energy of people around you knock you back into that complacency. Someone who has a passionate interest jolts other people, because you were easier to live with when you just sat there and watched TV. Now you've got other interests, other dreams, ways to spend your time that feel better to you, and it can create conflict. They are where they are. Stay positive, stay focused. You can release the negativity, both your own and any that's being mirrored back to you. And you can get really good clarity when you can look at situations around you objectively, and when you get your head out of regret and guilt and resentment, and really see that you've always done the best that you can do in the situations that you were in. Six of Winter. Positive changes are on their way. A welcome relief from troubled times, travelling or relocating. Going from rough waters towards smooth. And it is the spiritual journey first, then the physical one. Here, divine masculine and divine feminine energies work in harmony, and they're both taking the inner child away from the troubled emotions towards the happier ones. Water tends to represent emotions in the tarot. Standing in the present moment, you know that at the very worst, the mantra is, these things too will pass, and they will. Release and go free. Let the baggage that weighed you down go. You don't need it, not wanted on voyage. You don't have to carry it. The past is gone, the future is unwritten, the present's a gift. Everyday witch horror. Affirmation for growth. In complacency, that's stagnation. There's no growth. The present moment is recreated out of the energy of the past, again and again. Every day feels the same. Nothing changes because the energy doesn't change. It's going through the motions but never engaging. See your joy as a seed you're planting. First, you've got to clear the weeds out of the ground, the negative energies, release them, chuck them on the compost heap so that they can rot down, and then they'll nurture the soil again. Then you have to till and fertilize the soil, do the spiritual work and the manifesting techniques. Then you plant the seed and water it and feed it and bathe it with positive emotions and talk to it. Yeah, that works. There's been lots of studies that proves that it does. What single practical step can you take today that's going to be a step towards what makes you happy? Just one thing. It may only take a couple of minutes, but that single step towards an intention is something solid, something concrete. Even if it is only putting a pair of trousers on or brushing your hair. Do one positive thing that's not a part of your routine, and then do something else or the same thing again tomorrow. Make it a habit and it's going to produce results. Group 2, if you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up and comment below with what resonated for you. If you haven't already, then please do subscribe to the channel so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to group 3 now, so until next time, love and healing blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now. Group 3, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates, let the rest be. Crystal card. Tibetan black quartz. What it is, the black in Tibetan black quartz references the storm-like bursts of an inky mineral often found inside the stone. The Tibetan references the crystal's Himalayan origins. Tibetan black quartz reminds those on the spiritual path to non-judgmentally ask, could I be even clearer right now? Who needs it? Metaphysicists, occultists, tantrists, Sagittarians. Where to put it? Wherever you are looking to elevate the vibe, operate on a higher plane and explore the vastness of your human consciousness. When to use it? When you're chasing enlightenment on the meditation cushion, when you're pulling tarot cards. And the mantra is, light up your spiritual path. Chakra wisdom. Oracle. Wisdom. Sage green heart wisdom. Knowing when to stay silent. You don't have to prove that you know anything. You'd rather be happy than right. Other people's opinions don't change the truth in your heart. True wisdom requires no outside affirmation. You don't need to persuade others that what you say is true because you have no insecurity. The time to shout and demand and banging your head off the brick wall of other people's opinions, it's past. That which you resist persists. Just knowing is enough. And shining out your energy that others can choose to investigate or let alone, it's entirely up to them. Energy Oracle. The Temple Path. Oh, you aren't just talking the talk anymore, you're walking that walk. Spiritual purpose, spiritual growth, finding your way to the temple. You understand that what you go through in every lifetime is all about this inner truth. Finding your way to it in whatever way works best for you, with the support and guidance of your higher self, spirit, the universe, the cosmos, God, whatever you want to call that cohesive force. The key is to follow your higher intentions, but to keep your feet on the ground at the same time. You can't walk a path without feeling it under your feet. Good tarot. Ace of Water. The manifestation of love, higher vibration emotions, and here they're not being triggered by outside circumstances. You're reaching inside and creating these feelings, raising your vibrational base level, and that flows in your abundance in every form because your feet are still on the ground. In this deck, the card talks about hope and optimism, seeing any contrast as a clear indicator of where your energy needs to shift, and allowing it to do that simply and easily. And it's a light shining in the darkness. The light must always eliminate the darkness. And remember, we are really hard light energy vibrating at the level that allows it to become solid, turns it into matter. Power, a paradigm shift, a spiritual step up. With these other cards that have appeared here, it's a surprise, a good one. It could be a Kundalini experience. You're on the spiritual path after all. And yeah, enlightenment, it's a process, it's a journey. Just like manifesting, we never get it wrong because we never complete the process. It's momentum, a leap forward, unexpected shifts. It feels like Moldavite energy. It's going to be an interesting experience, engaging, as long as you do remain present and focused and stay in the higher vibrational energy. Remember, the tower is as likely to turn up for sudden and unexpected good events as it is for sudden and unexpected negative events. But as with everything else, it's how we choose to react that is a great deal to do with how the outcome manifests. Nine of Air. After things settle, it's time to step back, look at the bigger picture. Reevaluate what's truly important and what you can let go of. Spiritual step up. It often comes with a side order of, I had this all wrong, as we get to the beginning of the next level. Things tend to open up in lots of different directions. Charging off before we've got our feet properly back under us isn't always the best move. Let the new insights settle into your awareness fully so that you can make good decisions based on your new understanding. Question everything, even fundamental ideas that you thought were solid. That's what the tower energy does. It takes away anything that isn't firmly based, wipes away illusions and delusions, and leaves this truth behind it. Four of Air. Take a peaceful and contemplative time out. Rest. Be at peace. Meditation. Rest. Yeah, there's deep healing going on here, and that's a part of this path, this temple path. Healing old hurts, old wounds. It's not necessarily healing an illness, although it might be. And there's no need to press on the sore places. It's a natural process, like the shedding of skin, like the pause of the Nine of Air. It's necessary in order to gain clarity. Fairy Tarot. Three of Spring. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. Yeah, take this time, this Four of Air time out to plan your next step. You've come a long way. You can see that, and you understand that this is a milestone. Now you're looking at the long term and planning the way that this spiritual journey is going to unfold for you. You know that this new knowledge, clarity, insight is going to help you step up again and again now. And that's because you understand that you don't have to go back to the level you were at before. The patience and the wisdom that you've gained shines your light on the way forward. Ego, the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items. getting caught up in fear and worry. You need to be absolutely clear on your own motivations and priorities and behaviors, especially anything you do that holds you back or limits you. You aren't trapped. And deep down, you know that you never were trapped, that it was an illusion that you created, either from fear of being truly free or from mirrors that you attracted that gave you the security of limitations. Let go of fear, let go of blame. You were where you were, and it was where you needed to be in order for this spiritual step up to happen. The cleansing ritual flame here is all about releasing the old to welcome the new, like deliberately walking into the tower moment, happy and aware and willing to go through the process of transformation. 10 of Winter. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. It's the end of a lot of the baggage that you were carrying, both your own and other people's. These are positive changes, a cleansing of everything that was holding you back. The only thing you have to fear in this is fear itself. And now is the time to set those 3 of spring new intentions and stop looking in the rearview mirror. Keep your eyes on the road ahead. Glancing back is fine, just to see how far you've come and count your blessings. Here, don't overreact to anything. Take a step back and respond rather than reacting, because these are hugely positive changes. Queen of Summer, this is your energy again, like the Wisdom card. Heart-focused, divine, feminine energy. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights that you can trust, taking care of others perhaps too much. Yeah. This feminine energy loves deeply, and that isn't gender specific. Any gender expression can flow this energy. And it's time to turn that loving energy inward on yourself and really take care of yourself. Put yourself first equal with all the people you love and care for, whether they are family or causes that you're involved in. You're as important as everyone else. And unless you give yourself the care that you need, you can't give them the care that they need, because you can't nurture from an empty cup. This queen can create happiness. It's her divine right to do so, and so can you. Create it for yourself first and then flow it out to others. And this spiritual step up takes you much closer to being able to do just that. Everyday Witch Oracle. Earth Magic, which taps right back into the message that I got about this spiritual path that you're on. Walk the path with your feet firmly on the ground. Ground and center your energy. Make sure that your base chakras are as balanced as your crown, and come at everything from the heart chakra. The Wisdom. We are spiritual beings having a human experience here on Earth in the 3D world. If we wanted to be completely 5D, totally ascended, we'd never have come to Earth for the experience. This is the point where I tell you again that you don't need to go broke to get woke. You can have both. And anyone who tells you you can't hasn't understood this process completely, or wants you to give them your material wealth, just saying. Spend time in nature too. At the core here, what this is reminding us is that we came here to create, to have the ability to manifest in this reality and enjoy the process. If you think manifesting tangible things is somehow unspiritual, then that might be a paradigm that needs to shift. Co-creation is what it's all about. Manifest a butterfly or a rare bird to make you smile. Manifest a field of flowers to lift everyone's spirits. Manifest $1 million so that you can go and give it away in an afternoon. But manifest. What do you want to create today? Group 3, if you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up and comment below with anything that resonated for you. And if you haven't already, then please do subscribe to the channel so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. I'm moving on to Group 4 now, so until next time, love and healing blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now. Group 4, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Crystal card is Peridot, or as and the Americans would say, Peridot. What is it? Precious Peridot, a chic type of olivine, is like the vitamin D of your crystal diet plan. The stone's sunny energy and candy lime hues promote a zest for life. The intensity of Peridot's green shade comes from iron, a metal with an energy that gets things done. Who needs it? Brooders, the lackadaisical, anyone dreading those long winter nights. Where to put it? Wherever you give chase to love, money, power, joy. When to use it? When you're not applying yourself. Success isn't something to be afraid of. You have permission to unabashedly go for it. Power up with Peridot and enjoy the ride. And the mantra is, magnetize your motivation. Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Impasse. This is all about letting go of the past and creating a new future from the energy that you're putting out in the present moment. The best way to predict the future is to create it, as Dr. Joe Dispenza reminds us. Remember that by tuning into your current energy, what I'm seeing is the outcome from that current energy. Change the current energy and you change the outcome. The power to change directions, change the energy that you're putting out is always there, always supported, always open and available to you. If you can see no way ahead because what you intend for seems to be completely blocked, take your focus off of that and choose a different path, a different intention. This card's basic meaning is that it's a reroute, not a no. You may need to look very closely and see if you're limiting the ways in which what you intend could come to you. Energy Oracle card. All tied up. Distinct Eight of Swords vibes from this card. This impasse, this block, it feels as if it's outside circumstances, the challenge, the contrast that has you stopped, blocked and stuck. Drama, or other people not doing what they're supposed to do, letting you down. The kind of energy that you get from Mercury retrograde gone haywire too. Like, not again, why don't I ever get a break? How can I get happy and positive with the people I have to work with, or my family dragging me down? How much of that can you actually control? Are you banging your head against a brick wall, worrying and trying to control things that you have no control over? I know the Serenity Prayer has kind of gone out of fashion, but it has some value to it. The serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Let go of everything that you've got no control over and make all the positive changes that you're able to make in your current circumstances while being kind to yourself. Good tarot. Transformation, yep. You need to rise out of this blocked, stuck, resistant state like a phoenix rising from the ashes, and it is entirely possible. This card represents the courage and ability, the power to change the things that you can change. Take the positive, inspired action that will change your direction and untie your hands. You are where you are, and it is neutral. It is what it is. Neither fantastic nor dire. It just is. Change is good. Change opens up new opportunities. Don't sit worrying about worst case scenarios. Clear your mind and just intend to feel better right now in the present moment. Again, letting go of everything that you've got no control over, whatever that is. Ten of Water. The key is feeling the joy and the gratitude. Yeah, I know, I sound like a broken record. But here's the card to send you that message again, that this deep gratitude, peace, joy, unconditional love, right there, waiting to be tuned into. And it's also a card of good fortune in this deck. And I think I told this story already, or used this example already in these readings today, but I want you to remember a time when you were suddenly, happily lucky. Tune into that feeling. Do you remember? What does it feel like? For me, it feels like gratitude, a deep feeling of thank you that goes beyond those worlds. That's what the energy of good luck is. It's why it's so difficult to tune into and flow generally. There is something, at least one thing that you can find in your surroundings right now that you feel grateful for. Something that can evoke that feeling in you. Start small. Queen of Fire. This is either your energy or the energy of someone coming in for you. Divine feminine fire energy, creative, passionate, artistic, a lover of beauty. And this is creative collaborations, soul connections that come out of co-creating in the energy of creative flow. The guidebook says, and let me close my eyes and picture it on the page so I get it right. I co-create with others, dedicated to a vision of achieving the highest good for all. I'm being reminded of the idea that blasting people with love and the sincere wish that they get everything positive that they've ever wished for themselves often breaks stalemates. And it has to be a genuine blast of pure love, but it can shift stuck energy beautifully. Hierophant. Be committed to a spiritual practice so that you can tune in, tap in, turn on to the positive energy that you need, the 10 of water energy. Whatever it takes, whatever works for you, even if you're doing your meditation while in the shower or the bath, or closing and locking the bathroom door for 15 minutes of peaceful prayer or positive reading. You know that you can read books on your phone when everyone else is checking their social media, right? Even a meditation on YouTube where you're traveling somewhere that you can do eyes open. It doesn't have to feel weird. Or doing your meditations in the time when you're lying in bed at night before you go to sleep. Make a ritual of it, a routine, but don't let it be a chore. Whatever you do, it should lift your spirits. The best intention to set with it is that it makes you feel better, gives you the stability and the resilience to cope with everything else without it knocking you out of your high vibration. This is the only effort that's worth digging in and shoveling for. The effort to feel better unconditionally. Fairy Tarot. 2 of Winter. Indecision is holding you back. Make the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. In this deck, it always makes me feel as if the choice is between creativity or drudgery. Yeah, there are repetitive tasks that we always have to do. But my mum taught me to do the repetitive tasks while listening to something good, an audiobook or decent music, so that the task becomes something that lets you focus, lets you drop into flow. The real choice is never between creativity and drudgery. The choice is how you react to the nitty-gritty humdrum. Of course you should choose creativity. And if your knee-jerk reaction to that is, I can't, I have no time, energy, space, money to do that, or other people won't let me, then that's the all tied up energy. Creativity isn't just the artists and the writers, it's all of us. From makeup, to cooking, to gardening, to creating a home, that's all creative energy. The Star. Hope. Look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Light at the end of the tunnel. I am not belittling anything that you've been through, but I just heard the words of a comedian that I like listening to. The best way to make sure that there is a light at the end of the tunnel is to stomp down there and turn the sucker on yourself. Really? That's what this whole reading's telling you. That the best way to predict the future is to create it. And the best way to create it is to get into your meditation practice and dig deep into the best feelings that you can and let go of everything that's out with your control. Then things improve, and they improve a great deal if the only thing that does improve is your mood. Isn't that worth the effort? Even if nothing else changes, and it will, I promise you, Isn't the fact that you feel better and that little things that used to make you explode no longer bother you worth making that effort for? Faith the size of a mustard seed, the tiniest little chink of light at the end of the tunnel, that's all you need. Eight of Summer, the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. The end of a chapter, a page turning, knowing that it's time to move on. There's no one pushing you or holding you back in this energy. There are no regrets. This card is like the end of term at school or changing jobs or a contract ending. It's a natural cycle, one of the natural stopping points, the pauses, the breathers. Small steps every day that move you in the direction that you're intending for. Doing something that means that you're slightly further forward than you were yesterday. This is also a card of learning all that you can learn in a situation before you're ready to move on. But I think here that you have learned all you can, and you have no need to stay stuck here and go around the same lessons again. You can unstick yourself, transformation, and move on. Tree of Winter, reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation, sadness that will heal with time. Here's the energy of the past. That's part of what can be let go now. That old hurt, the old wound. And if you need to reach out to other people to help that heal, then do it. Seek professional help if you need it and if it's appropriate. You know that when you're injured, you can't train. And wherever you go and whatever you do, the wound, the injury, is at the front of your mind, influencing every movement you make. And you know that around other people, the place you'll get knocked or poked most often is the place that hurts most. It's the same with emotional wounds. Until they're healed, we react from the energy of the event that caused them. Until those wounds are healed, it's very difficult to respond rather than react. And you have to remember that everyone else is cradling their own wounds and that they may be reacting from where they've been hurt in the past too. Because everyone is where they are, and mostly they're just doing their best to survive. And what I'm talking about here is lifting us out of survival mode, out of what Joe Dispenza calls the hormones of stress, and getting us into thriving mode. And that is part of the concepts in his book, Becoming Supernatural. Everyday Witch Oracle. Connect with Gaia. Base chakra work that gives us a grounding, solid security. And it's a good way to tune into the present moment too. Here's the thing. There are two main emotions. At the base of all the emotions that we feel are negative is one emotion, fear. It has different flavors, but that's the one unifying underlying emotion. The single emotion that underlies all the positive emotions is love. And by that, I mean the love that the Greek languages term agape. English is very limited as a language when we're talking about esoteric subjects. Perfect, whole, complete, unconditional love and compassion. The kind of love that can only be expressed by the divine, whether it's within us or the divine out with us. By sending energy down into the earth and then feeling that solid, stable, grounded, it can help us get out of fear and into love. The start of a spiritual practice that you can do anytime and place, just by closing your eyes briefly and feeling the solid security of the earth underneath you. You got this. Group 4, if you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below with anything that resonated for you. And if you haven't already, then subscribe to the channel so that you'll know whenever I upload another pick a card reading like this one. And that's it for me for this timeless reading. Until next time, I'm sending you and your loved ones all my healing love and blessings. Bye now.